The mainstream media continues to nosedive and plummet after Trump's historic win, while Elon Musk is eyeing buying MSNBC. Elon Musk just gave the strongest hint yet that he might actually buy MSNBC. The troubled left-wing network has seen its ratings nosedive in the wake of Donald Trump's stunning victory in the 2024 presidential election as furious viewers lash out at the false hope the network gave them. Another major controversy has been that involving the Morning Joe hosts, who informed their audience recently that they had met with Donald J. Trump at his Mar-A-Lago resort in Florida and would seek to take a, quote, new approach to covering his second term in office. The situation is so severe that its parent company, Comcast, is reportedly ready to cut their losses and sell the network to the highest bidder. Such reports have led to suggestions that Elon Musk, who is the wealthiest man in the world and whose fortune has skyrocketed since Trump's victory on account of rising Tesla shares, buy the network and turn it into a proper journalistic outlet. Amid growing speculation that this could become a reality, the satire conservative news site The Babylon Bee ran an article entitled "Musk Announces Plan to Buy MSNBC and Turn It Into a News Network." While the article may have been intended as satire, Elon Musk appears to be taking it seriously. Elon Musk himself retweeted the article with the quote tweet saying, "Crazy idea, but it just might work." This comes since last Friday, Elon Musk responded to a post from Don Jr. urging him to buy the network by asking him how much it would cost. Here's the original tweet. Don Jr. tweets at Elon Musk, "Hey, Elon Musk, I have the funniest idea ever." Elon Musk himself directly responded to Don Jr. saying, "How much does it cost?" Back in 2017, Elon Musk was urged by a man named Dave Smith to buy Twitter after expressing how much he loved it. And Elon responded very similarly to becoming interested in buying MSNBC. At the time, he said, "How much does it cost?" The rest, as we know, is history. And Elon seems pretty serious as he posted a meme on X on his account early Sunday morning with the famous "Lead us not into temptation" meme. Elon Musk trying not to buy MSNBC. Now, it would be absolutely hilarious if Elon Musk does to MSNBC what he did to Twitter, but also cable network television is completely dead. People are getting their news on X itself. People are getting their news here on the Gateway Pundit. People don't trust the mainstream media, or people don't trust cable network television. People go to alternative sources. Now, can Elon Musk reform MSNBC? A lot of people are saying give it to InfoWars, give it to Alex Jones. Maybe Elon Musk could integrate MSNBC television with X, with what they're already doing, to continue to promote the truth. The more eyes, the more platforms that are free, the better. I mean, obviously, fire all the woke morons like Joy Reid and Rachel Maddow and Jen Psaki. They all need to go. And by the way, I propose that Donald Trump be the first one to say anything live on the air if Elon Musk buys this thing out. And let Donald Trump be the one to fire Rachel Maddow. Let Donald Trump be the one to fire Joy Reid, Jen Psaki, and all the woke producers and everybody involved. And the Morning Joe duo with the famous "You fired." Well, here is a perfect example of somebody who gets it. Joe Rogan explains why liberal media ratings are collapsing. Quote, "Not accurate, delusional." During a recent episode of his podcast, Joe Rogan talked about the fact that liberal media outlets are in free fall. He offered one very specific example of a story in the New York Times about RFK Jr., in which the Times was trying to fact-check Kennedy about chemicals in Fruit Loops cereal, then ended up proving that RFK was right, but still claimed he was wrong. Rogan said that these outlets are essentially digging their own graves while criticizing independent journalists for not doing the same.
The New York Times just debunked, in the most insane way, debunked RFK Jr.'s assertion that the ingredients in Fruit Loops are different in Canada than they are in the United States. They fact-checked it while saying he was accurate. So their fact check, it's so dumb when you see the fact. I tweeted it. I know. The fact check is so dumb because the fact check says it's not correct. They have the same ingredients except for these harmful chemicals.
What the fuck?
Look at this. Mr. Kennedy has singled out Fruit Loops as an example of a product with too many artificial ingredients, questioning why the Canadian version has fewer than the U.S. version. But he was wrong. The ingredient list is roughly the same, although Canada's has natural colorings made from blueberries and carrots, while the U.S. product contains red dye 40, yellow 5, and blue 1, as well as butylated hydroxytoluene, or BHT, a lab-made chemical that is used for freshness, according to the ingredient label. That is the fucking dangerous chemicals that are banned in Canada that we're trying to get rid of in America, and that have RFK. So they're literally saying he was wrong, but he was right.
Yeah, that made my brain hurt just reading that.
That's
it was just
the
like,
New
fuck.
York fucking Times.
Well, PewDiePie hadn't dressed like a Nazi for a while, so I didn't have anything to talk about, right?
I don't know what that's about.
Oh,
but,
sorry.
But this is what the New York Times is doing. So, of course, you're going to hemorrhage subscribers. Of course. You're crazy. You're saying something that's nuts. And also, what is your motivation? Like, what's your motivation for removing potentially harmful and toxic chemicals? If someone is trying to do that for the greater health of the population, if we're saying that these things have been eliminated in other countries because they've been proven to be dangerous, what is your motivation for saying he was wrong?
Money.
Well,
I mean, what else could it be?
Clearly.
Monsanto,
ideology, you know, left-wing rejection of RFK Jr. because now he's connected to Trump, which is connected to Nazis. It's like you go down this fucking weird rabbit hole with these people, and you're like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to remove all leftover credibility? Are you trying to eliminate because you lost so much credibility? Are you trying to kill it all? Are you secretly working for the Chinese? Like, what are you doing?
They're all in.
What are you doing?
Well, Joe Rogan is absolutely correct. This is what Americans are sick of. They're not only sick of the lies, they're sick of the hypocrisy, and they're sick of the gaslighting at the same time. It's an insult to your intelligence. It's an insult to your own ability to discern and take a look at what's going on around you to decide for yourself. You see, but this is what they do. They go far beyond fake news. You got intelligence agencies that give them their so-called inside scoops, where they're just CIA, FBI, intelligence agency talking points and psyops that are coming through the so-called mainstream legacy media. And Americans are picking up on it. Americans are seeing right through it. And Americans are done. They just simply want the news, and they just simply want the truth. Well, here is yet another example of the woke so-called news publication operatives that Joe Rogan is talking about. Unhinged Washington Post columnist whines that Trump's cabinet is not diverse enough, calls it 1,000 shades of white. Washington Post columnist Jennifer Rubin used her appearance on MSNBC on Saturday to complain that President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet is too white. Rubin then complained about the nominees' skin colors, as well she put a slide on the screen of a very diverse group of nominees.
Because many of these people, including Tulsi Gabbard, have backgrounds that would never make them eligible for any government post, let alone for secretaries of these important government agencies. But I do think there are a couple things going on. First, I have to comment, when you put up all those faces, it was 1,000 shades of white. Have you noticed that? Remember,
I actually thought as I was reading them, we should certainly circle a few of them so that we can say this is the one I'm talking about now.
Yes, exactly. So here we have a little bit more diversity.
And this is exactly why they're dying, because white people in the United States of America are still the majority of the population. So that will be the majority of your audience. And it seems the majority of the country that is white is getting sick of being told that they are born racist and they are inherently evil and that they're all Nazis and white supremacists. Turns out that they're going to tune out because that's not true. You see, what the Uniparty doesn't understand, and maybe they do, and this includes the Democrat Party, is that the media, Hollywood, politics, education, you name it, any influential institution that has been subverted by these globalist satanic traitors, they are the enemy of the people. And they've made it known. And they preach it from the rooftops. And we as Americans have had enough. And that is what is happening here. Until that changes, nothing's really going to change for them. And that's why we will thrive. My name is Drew Hernandez for the Gateway Pundit, and you have been on watch with Drew Hernandez. I'll see you guys on the next one.